guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Tita Lavinia of Tita's of Pageantry, and for this episode, we will be talking about the events that transpired on day 4 of the 69th edition of Miss Universe. So please make sure you stick around. Please subscribe to the channel as well as hit that bell notification button for your weekly pageant fix. Hey guys, so I am back. I haven't slept since 1 in the morning, and if a lot of you were upset or disappointed that from day 3, we only got to see Rabiya move from one place to another. Well, that totally changed on day 4. As an admin, I feel that what happened this day 4 is the most tiring I've had since covering Miss Universe in 2018. So this is how intense all of Rabiya's appearances were for today. But let me give you a recap of what transpired on day 4. Because day 4 is all about Rabiya. She was everywhere. She didn't have just 1 or 2 shoots. Based on my notes, she had about 7 shoots plus 1 event. So that's a lot to take in. When Rabiya began her stint at Miss Universe, I was actually preparing to sleep, but I did get a glimpse of some of her first few appearances. Now, the first appearance that we saw from her was something that really surprised us. So first of all, she was in a bun. She had that red dress, and it was really very reminiscent of how Pia moved with the crowd back in 2015. Now, we had several footage of that, and I remember Tita B calling me up and saying, "Oh my God, Lai, this is Pia. I mean, this is a totally transformed person," and I totally agree. So I was getting myself ready to sleep when footages of her poolside photo shoot started emerging. So I said to myself, maybe I'd give myself a little bit of time and, you know, just check out the releases. And we weren't disappointed, guys, because let me tell you a little bit of a story. So on day 3, a lot of Filipino fans got a little critical with the way the makeup artist did Rabiya's makeup. You know, that smoky eye thing, which eventually turned out really, really pretty. Well, my source tells me that when the makeup artist started receiving all of these negative comments from the Filipinos, they took down Rabiya's photo. And what happened was on the next day, they assigned a senior stylist for Rabiya just to make sure that she would be at her best. Now, I feel that this was a good move because when Rabiya posted photos of herself, and this time it was something that she did on her own because this is one of the things that you guys have been constantly asking her. When the first few photos came out, it totally blew everyone away because she was in a makeup that wasn't you know, the usual Asian makeup that we do here in the Philippines. It was a makeup that was really common in how they do it in the US or in other Western countries. So it was super defined, super contoured. The lips were overlined. It was a totally different look from the Rabiya we know, but it was a look that really worked. In fact, a lot of people are saying that, you know, she is Megan 2.0, and if you compare the photos, she is indeed Megan 2.0. So to see that, and you know, to see Rabiya have that in the bag, I mean, that really made the competition even more interesting. Rabiya was again pulled for another photo shoot. So this time around, it was all dark. It was very editorial. It was very fashion forward. Now, I'm not so sure if this was the All Lives Matter photo shoot that they planned and posted from the previous day that they took down because of the, I don't know, probably the negative comments that they were getting because of the title of the shoot. But anyway, that shoot pushed through. In this photo shoot, she was in black. The makeup was really editorial. It was very high fashion, and I'm not so sure what the theme is, or I'm not so sure where they will use this, or if they will even release the photos. But some of the good admins who were up with me, who were up with us, also made some HD edits as well. So this is the one with Iceland, with Puerto Rico, with South Africa, and of course Uruguay. After that high fashion photo shoot, Rabiya was whisked into another area of the hotel to have another shoot, this time a colorful one with the likes of Miss Thailand, Miss Romania, Miss Canada, as well as Miss Peru. So if you look at it, it seems like the front runners were all picked for the Bragais shoot. Now, I think this is going to be used as part of the materials for the final production of the show. But it was really interesting because there was one clip wherein Rabiya was dancing with both Miss Canada and Miss Romania. Now, if you're following the pageant news, there was a point wherein Miss Romania did something in the photo shoot and was called out by Miss Canada, and then later on, a number of Filipino fans became really toxic, and then it reached Miss Canada, and again, Miss Canada, made a statement about it. So it was just really interesting to see the dynamics of these three ladies. But because Rabiya had to have several photo shoots in that day, there were so many footages of her walking or traversing the casino area, or maybe another lobby or the poolside. So yeah, we had a lot of that. So we had a lot of footages of her with her hair up, with her hair down, with her hair slicked back. So the next shoot that she was whisked into was sort of like a transformation shoot. So it first went into a really wet look, a sleek wet look, and then this was for a makeup artist. I don't know if it's for a makeup artist video or if it's for like a transformation video of sorts, but it was really very TikTok. I mean, if you get what I mean. But she was in that transformation video, and that was also very well received. By this time, it was around maybe 4 in the morning, and everyone's spirit was up because we knew that we would have more materials from Rabiya up until the end of the evening in the US. So the next photo shoot was at the poolside. Now, this time, Rabiya changed into a pink terry cloth romper, and she was also amongst the other front runners. So she was with Miss India, she was with Miss Chile, and she was also with Miss Italy. And I think that this was a really, really fun shoot because, first of all, she got the opportunity to mingle with Miss India. I know a lot of pageant fans are really waiting for that opportunity, and she had so much fun. She was really bubbly in the set, and Miss Universe, their Instagram page, have been very generous in featuring Rabiya in the activities for the day. So she had a number of features on their IG stories, and she also had a number of features on the actual feed. And one of the videos that were shown was that Rabiya somehow lost her balance and ended up in the pool and ended up almost losing her diamonds. And let me just tell you a little bit about her diamonds, guys. Rabiya's wardrobe may not be the most expensive amongst all of the Miss Universe contestants. I mean, her wardrobe is local. So in terms of price range, it's not gonna compete with some of the luxury brands that other ladies brought. But if all the pageant girls brought a lot of accessories like costume jewelry, Rabiya is a little different, which makes me a little nervous because Rabiya is backed up by a jewelry company here in the Philippines called Luna by Drake Destin. Now, Luna by Drake Destin, they are a jewelry company. They specialize in diamonds. The most recent endorser is Ivana Alawi, and I read somewhere that one of their newest endorsers is actually Rabiya. So if you notice, if you have been paying attention to her lookbooks, there are mention of her earrings or accessories of the day. And these jewelry, guys, are real jewelry. So for me, it makes me nervous because that's added pressure to the candidate to bring, small trinkets that cost almost $1 million. Fortunately, the shoot did not stop just there, because they had to change and they had to look even more glam for the next event. And this is the orientation dinner. Now, we saw a lot of ladies in evening wear looking their prettiest. Even Rabiya was in a nice ice blue cocktail dress. I don't have the details yet on who made the dress for her, but she looked radiant. And yeah, she had a number of appearances as well. So what I'm saying is that today was a really very busy day for our girl. She was so in demand, but luckily I had a little bit of a chat with her in the evening, and she sent us, a short message saying that she only ate for 10 minutes for lunch, that a lot of people were pulling her in different directions, and that she had been so tired. So for Rabiya, she did her part. She also released a few footages on her own. You can see it on her Instagram page. And for the rest of the ladies, everybody had things going on that as an admin, I really couldn't pick out which materials I would feature. But the thing is that there was a wealth of materials out there on social media, which makes me think that this is really one of the best editions of Miss Universe. Everybody is busy. They managed to, give us the glam. They managed to also make us feel busy in trying to monitor these girls. So for today, my standouts are actually India. We saw a lot of her today. In fact, we saw her in a really skimpy swimsuit, but she looked really good there. We saw a lot of Peru as well. I think that this was a great bounce back from what happened on day 3 when there were a lot of hecklers. And then we also saw Chile. Now, Chile, at the orientation dinner, she wore a green gown that was very similar to what Samantha Bernardo wore for prelims at Miss Grand International, because the gown was also made by Filipino designer Louis Pangilinan. And also, I would like to mention briefly that they just, they did not make the announcement. It was pulled from one of the Venezuelan sites who released the format for this edition. So according to the format, they will totally do away with the opening speech, and that they will cut the semi-finalists to 21. So guys, it is really, really important for you to make sure that Rabiya gets in by voting at the Lazada app, or if you're Filipino and you're abroad, to vote at the Miss Universe app, because they will cut the girls into 21, and then they will have another cut for top 10, this time for the evening gown, and then Q&A, and then top 5. Now, there was no mention of a top 3. So the goal, guys, is to get Rabiya to top 21 so she could advance further. And then if she reaches top 5, that is already, I feel, an automatic placement for us. Now, if we're not really gunning for the crown, we haven't had a second runner-up at Miss Universe, so we might be lucky. I'm not sure. But for now, Rabiya is consistent. People are still in awe of her. People are still waiting for her. There were some observers who also said that it is a little difficult to walk alongside Rabiya, because you drown in Rabiya's energy, you drown in Rabiya's radiance, and you drown in the crowd that is constantly asking, constantly looking for Rabiya. She is really showing her power, and she is really showing what that Philippine sash means. So I will see you again, guys, tomorrow for day 5. For now, goodbye.